Yeah, welcome back to another episode of the Format Podcast live Sunday morning edition. How y'all doing? So it occurred to me I would like to play that Lionel Richie Easy Like Sunday Morning because it's a beautiful day here in Florida on Sunday morning, but I'm not going to do that because, I don't own the rights to that song, so I can't play it. So I'm going to just chill. But yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful morning here. And hopefully it's a beautiful morning where you are too. And yeah, we got some good topics for you guys today on the show. As usual, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to chill for a minute while we go ahead and wait for some people to join us in the chat. In the meantime, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to play my little thing and then we'll go from there. If you're watching here on YouTube, make sure you go ahead, click that subscribe, that like, that notification bell. Make sure you're kept aware anytime we drop new content on the channel. If you want the audio-only version of the podcast, open up your audio podcast platform, hit the search bar, type in The Format Podcast, and we should come right up. If you enjoy the content as you listen, make sure you give us a like, a 5-star review, and drop a comment. All that stuff helps us rise in the algorithm, helps us find more sports fans, helps more sports fans find us, and write it down, put it in your phones, make a note of it. The Format Podcast is live Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. Eastern. And finally, if you're really and truly enjoying the podcast and you want to help the show continue to grow, make sure you go ahead, click that join button, join the channel. We're going to have some exclusive content just for you. Tank Davis, Gervonta, one of the most exciting, one of the best fighters in the game today. He got a lot going on in different ways, but last night we saw him. He had a fight against Lamont Roach coming up from 130 pounds, where he's a champion, to 135 to take on the Tank. And all right, so I watched the fight this morning, like while I was doing show prep right before this got started. So I'm kind of fresh on the memory of it. I was trying to watch it last night. I blacked out. I don't even know when I turned the TV off or nothing. I just woke up this morning and everything was dark. But anyway, whoa, okay. My bad, that was the dog. So anyway, yeah, when we get to it, Gervonta Davis had his first draw of his career. There was a majority draw in the fight last night against Roach. Really good fight, I thought, entertaining. And if you ask me, I think Tank lost a close one, but it was a majority draw, and Roach had a fair point that if that fight was scored by the rules with Tank taking a knee, that's a knockdown. So he should have lost that fight. But interesting, man. I know you saw it. Let's see. Dominique says Tank didn't seem focused at all. So this is interesting that I keep hearing that from people, but in watching the fight, I don't think that was the case. I just think, all right, let me ask this. We think of Muhammad Ali as one of the greatest fighters of all time, right? If not the greatest, right? Yes, no, maybe so.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. Okay. Sugar Ray Leonard, one of the greatest fighters of all time.
Yeah, he up there. Yeah.
Sugar Ray Robinson, one of the greatest fighters of all time.
Oh, yeah, without question.
Right. Okay. So we can go down the list of all these. Canelo, really, really great fighter. I don't know if he's one of the greatest of all time, but really great fighter. Fought a lot of dudes. De La Hoya, Bernard Hopkins, Triple G, all these guys, right? A whole bunch of all-time. Roy Jones Jr., Marvelous Marvin Hagler, whoever we want to name, whole bunch of all-time great fighters, right? All these guys got losses. All these guys have lost. Why are we acting as if Tank can't lose? As if it's impossible to think? Like, I noticed this from a lot of people. They're acting as if it's inconceivable that Tank could be beaten. And I think he lost last night. Not by a lot, but here we go. I think he lost a very close fight. So go ahead.
Oh, I can go now because you said a lot, bro. You said a lot.
Oh, go, man.
You said a lot. Yeah. So just being an avid advocate, Tank fan, right? Like,
you don't say.
Yeah. I want to go back though to the fight before that, man, and then I'm gonna talk about Tank. But the fight before that was Gary Russell. He fought Venezuela.
Yeah.
Venezuela. Mm-hmm. Yes, really good fight. He threw 1,000 punches
mm-hmm.
and did not knock this dude down. Not one mm-hmm. time. Yeah, 17 KOs by knockout. Mm-hmm. The kid was a machine yesterday, man. Like, he really got busy, man. He really got busy. It's just He couldn't knock the dude had an iron jaw, man. He just couldn't knock him
Right. There's some
down.
guys like that.
Good fight, man. Good fight card. There was
Mhm.
several fights on there, and I know we talking about Gervonta Davis because he's a big
Right.
draw. 18,000 people in the stands. He came out with who's that? Jewel Santana and what's the other dude name? Jim Jones.
Mhm. Mhm.
Came down with them, and if I'm not mistaken, the dude from DC came out. Listen. I heard Go in the background.
Probably.
Yeah, from Roach, man. It was at the Barclays. Real good fight, man. Real good atmosphere. Like I know a lot of people that drove up there and to watch the fight, man. And so, um, I don't know, man. One of the members in the chat said he didn't look focused. There was too many people in his ear, and I can agree. Like I don't know who this dude was that just showed up one day and was testing out the ring. And it was just too much going on with this new coach that he has, man. Too much going
Okay.
on. And me and you, we watched the fight. And I told you, I said, yo,
Mhm.
like
Mhm.
before every game, he tell you what combo he gonna knock you out with.
Yeah. Yeah.
He
Yeah. Yeah.
show it. Yeah, no. We didn't see that yesterday. It was none of that. None of that.
Could that
None.
mean that? I'm sorry. Go ahead, man.
No. I'm not saying that Roach wasn't a formidable opponent. He was focused, man. He came in there
Yeah, I think he
to
was
fight.
very prepared.
He came in there to fight. He was
Mhm.
prepared. He was well coached. You can tell they knew everything that Tank was trying to do. It was a really, really good fight from a coaching perspective on his end. Um, I'm not really sure if the goal was to knock him out because it just seemed like they would get started and then it would be like a hugging. I've never seen people dap up so much after one round. After one round, every round they dapping each other up. I didn't understand. I understand that they grew up together and they really, really close. I didn't like the
Mhm.
fight. I didn't think we saw Tank's best. Almost like he was
Mhm.
playing in there. Yeah. He was it was like he was playing with his food, man, like a little bit too much.
So I think that we could argue maybe that we didn't see Tank's best, right? We maybe could argue that, but also we could argue sometimes when we see an elite athlete or an elite team and we say, well, they didn't play their best. I always look at the flip side of that coin and say, perhaps the opposition didn't allow them to play their best, right? I don't recollect seeing anybody fight Tank the way Roach fought Tank last night, right? Even Ryan Garcia, who's really good. I'm a big fan of his, but even he wasn't able to fight Tank to the level that Roach fought him. Now, to your point, the years of sparring against one another, the familiarity, I'm sure had to play a role there. But he said he knew him well. He was very prepared for everything. And I was impressed that even when Tank landed clean, that he wasn't able to get him out of there the way he had gotten out of there damn near everybody else he fought, right? So I'm like, okay, he's got a chin, and which was even more interesting because he came up in weight to fight Tank, right?
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
normally when the smaller guy comes up in weight and he feels the power from the bigger guy, it's like, totally different. You know what I'm saying?
No,
So
I
yeah,
think
sorry.
honestly what I saw was he defended the uppercut really well. Wasn't a whole lot of uppercuts. That's typically Tank's signature. Um, Man, it was brutal to watch, man. Not because it was just not a lot of action. I don't think. I think once they got started, like out of all 12 rounds, we probably really got like I mean, especially watching the Gary Russell fight, right, where the dude pretty much
Mhm.
put pause on Cuz like the whole fight, he put pause on him, and then you get to this, it looked more like a Mayweather style fight where they was playing chess the whole damn game, the whole joint. I
Well,
didn't
sometimes
see
there's room for
I didn't
that,
see
though.
Tank's best, but I saw Roach's best. If that makes
But we
sense.
don't know that, though. We don't know that. For instance, I'm going to make a comparison here, right? Dmitry Bivol and Arthur Beterbiev, the first fight, and I'm watching this fight, and I'm like, damn, okay. I thought it was really close. I thought maybe it was a draw, or maybe Bivol squeaked it out, but Beterbiev ends up winning, and I'm like, okay, I don't know what more Beterbiev can do to win that fight, right? It was kind of the same argument. We didn't see Beterbiev's best, but we saw Bivol's best. Bivol comes back in a rematch and clearly beats Beterbiev, clearly beats him. So I say that to say that why can't the same thing possibly be the case for a Tank Roach rematch, right? I'm just saying, like, we got to stop acting as if, as great as Tank is, like, it's impossible for him to lose. And Dominique, forgive me if I'm saying your name wrong. I think that's it. Dominique, why? Give me your thoughts on why you're saying that you're so adamant that Tank wasn't focused. Because I don't think that he wasn't focused. I think, again, he was fighting a guy that knows him extremely well and was able to deal with what he brings. And he was conditioned. He was prepared. I'm sure he watched tons of film. I'm sure he went back to his experience in sparring the guy and fighting the guy in amateurs multiple times, right? It sounds to me, I'm not accusing you of this, but for a lot of people that are saying, well, Tank just wasn't focused, Tank wasn't Tank, that sounds like a lot of Tank fans looking for an excuse to say that somebody stood up to him.
Did y'all not watch the same fight?
I watched the fight this morning,
man,
while I was getting this ready.
He left so much on the table, man. He left so much on the table. I'm not saying that the fight was fixed. I'm not going to go and say the fight was fixed because I can't say that. But a draw is crazy. A draw is crazy. Like,
Draw's not crazy.
Yeah, so let's look at it this way, right? 6-fight deal with Amazon, right? 18 million. Tank has never had a rematch with anybody, if I'm not mistaken. Nobody has ever gotten a rematch. Correct me if I'm wrong, right? Nobody has ever got a rematch. He knocked so many people out. Nobody got a rematch. He did a good job, man, selling this fight, man. He did a good job selling this fight. This will be a 2-fight, maybe even 3 fights. We might even see 3 out of this one. Man. Roach is definitely not on a lot of people's radar. I'm gonna say that. I haven't even heard about him until before
he's a champion at 130, so
that's what I'm saying. Like, I haven't even heard of it. I haven't watched his fights. What I'm trying to say, I haven't watched none of his fights. Not saying that Shorty ain't pound for pound one of them guys. I just haven't seen this fight. And there's so many belts. Like, it's crazy the amount of belts. Like, it's crazy the amount of belts. But yeah, man, I think I look at this and I'm like, oh, all right, well, we definitely gonna see another fight. Definitely gonna see another.
Tank said he wants to fight him again, but he doesn't want to fight him next. What is that about? I don't like that. Man. I don't like that.
Nobody knows, man. This kid,
unless
from Baltimore, man, he dressed up like he from New York, New York rappers. I don't know what's going on with Tank, man. Tank was wilding yesterday, bro. He was wilding, man. And then, like, too many people in his ear in that corner, bro. Like, Calvin saying one thing, then the new dude saying something totally different. And it's like,
he's looking out for his homie. Really? He's wow. Okay. Yeah. We got Tank fans in the chat. Got it.
Yeah, he was definitely not himself though, bro. I'll say that.
Again, we don't know that. What we do know is that he fought a guy who possibly kept him from being himself. Like, that happens. That happens. Like that. All right, but go ahead.
No, I mean, everybody has the right to have their opinion, right? Everybody has the right to have their opinion, regardless, right? Some people said the knee was a knockdown. That was one of the things that would have put him over the top, right? He said he didn't know that was a knockdown. He started counting. He was like, "What the hell?" There was a bunch of low blows being thrown on both ends. That shit was like a bathroom fight more than a professional fight. If you watched it last night, they was hitting each other in the nuts and the legs and everything. The refs was just like, and this was my guy. I don't even know the ref name, man. He's definitely one of my dudes.
The fight was staged. Dominique, are you from B-More? Are you from B-More? Just curious.
Because she said it was staged.
She said the fight was staged.
Bro.
Oh my goodness. Okay. All right.
It looked weird, man. It looked weird. But you probably right, man. You probably right. We'll definitely see it. We'll definitely see the first rematch, and it'll be.
I would love to see a rematch, and if Tank closes him out, then cool, great for Tank. You know, no problem there. I don't lean either way for or against Tank. Like, really don't care. Like, but it's just interesting though. But
yeah, 18,000, man. 18,000.
Okay.
I would have been mad as shit if I went to that fight. And I saw that terrible display of what we call street fighting. That shit was street fight. That was a street fight. That wasn't. I
definitely didn't see it that way, but okay. I may have to go back and watch it again, but I didn't see it that way.
Well, it go both ways, Liquor Nation. Neither one of them dropped either one of them.
Yeah, but Tank is the one that's known for being the knockout artist. So when people watch Tank, that's what they're looking for, right? Especially Tank fans. So you're gonna get a skewed perspective on that when they are referencing his fights and the results of his fights. You see what I'm saying? I think
Yeah, but
that's
it looked the same way it did when Tyson was fighting Jake Paul.
that's absurd. That's a
He
terrible
was
comparison.
holding. He was
No.
same thing, bro. Same thing. He
No.
was holding his hands, bro. He was holding his hands. He was holding his hands.
Okay. All right, you got it, man. No, you're not bugging. You're not bugging, Kyle. I thought it was a good fight too, man. I did.
I thought it was
did.
trash.
Of course you thought it was trash because you wanted Tank to knock him out. So you thought it was trash.
I thought it was trash.
Yeah, no, absolutely was not. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. There was a couple times he got backed up. I was surprised.
It wasn't an uppercut. It was an overhand right.
Oh, overhand right part.
Yeah, it wasn't. An uppercut.
Got you. Thank you for the correction. But regardless, let's see if the fight happens and how quickly it happens. So we'll see. Bet you if Turkey Al-Sheikh was promoting the fight, that'd be the next fight, though.
I think if Turkey Al-Sheikh didn't have his hands and everything, we'd be seeing other fights. So now they got to stretch these fights out. We got to stretch them out now because don't nobody else want to fight.
Fights. We're seeing more great fights since he got involved, but that's a whole. You know what? We're gonna do a topic on that.
You biased.
We'll do a topic on that.
You biased. You biased.
I'm not biased.
You are definitely biased.
I'm not biased.
How
am I biased? Let me hear this. How am I biased? I think I know where you're going with that, but
you biased, man. That's your brother.
I'm not biased. But Tank is my brother too. Tank is my brother too.
Yeah.
We forget that part, right? So I'm not.
They fighting.
I don't have a. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a what you call it.
Okay.
He wasn't stunned at all. Were you watching it? Okay, Dominique wasn't watching the same fight because we saw Roach back him up a couple times. What? Okay. All right. But anyway, yeah, let's go ahead. Let's take the last couple calls on this if we have any, and then we'll go ahead and get out of here and let everybody enjoy their Sunday. So let's I'm gonna put the number up here. And if anybody wants to call in, I would love to hear from you on this Gervonta Davis fight, 904-219-8264. Also, since Tank said he wants a rematch, but that's not the fight he wants next, who do y'all want to see Tank fight next? Put it in the chat or call in and tell us. 904-219-8264. Here we go. We getting the call. What up, B? What's going on, man?
Going on.
How you doing, brother?
Well.
Well.
What a goddamn shit show last night. I was pissed off last night.
Of course you were.
Yo, me too, bro. Me too, yo. Me too, yo.
I was too,
yo. That shit was trash, yo. It looked like somebody fighting up Lake in the bathroom, man.
No. First of all, I'm a real man. I'm genuine. Shout outs to Lamont Roach for sticking to his game plan. He stuck to his game plan and he executed it very, very well. It came close to defeating Tank. It could have went either way, man. But truthfully, Tank was out there bullshitting around. Man, I've seen him when all his mannerisms. Man, he wasn't. Man, he had 3 guys in the corner in his ear. I mean, goddamn, man. All three of them saying 3 different things. He just wasn't focused. He bunch of people in it.
You're breaking up, Bruce. You're breaking up, man. I want to hear you, but you're breaking up.
You hear me now?
Okay, yeah, go ahead, man.
Like I said, he was not focused.
Mm-hmm.
You got 3 people in your ear in the corner. All 3 of them saying 3 different things. It was a goddamn shit show from the goddamn beginning. He talking to people in the goddamn crowd. He bullshitting around in the goddamn ring. Usually, in the middle rounds, that's when
you're
breaking up again, man. You're breaking up again, man. You gotta get to a better spot.
Yeah, hold on, see. You should have let me come on live for this subject. But you hear me now?
Yeah, try it again.
I said, man, he usually super patient. A master boxer and a master counter puncher. And he just got impatient, man. Like, oh, man, I'm so pissed off right now, man. I ain't going to sleep at 5 o'clock in the morning last night. I was so pissed off.
But why, okay, why, I guess you're, all right, go ahead.
Don't answer that.
Why what? Why what?
No, go ahead.
Why was you up at 5 o'clock because of the fight, bro? You say what?
I truly believe he just didn't take the fight that serious, bro. I'm just sorry. That's just me from seeing Tank fight. He can't lose.
Yo, you breaking up, man. We can't hear you, man. You want to get to a better spot and try to call back? Because I definitely want to hear your thoughts on this.
Call back.
All right, please do, man.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think I've been pissed if I went to see that fight. I would have been pissed, bro. Some people say it was a really good fight.
It was.
Some people say it was a real good fight. And I mean, okay, all right. Shorty had his number, right? We're gonna go with that. Shorty had his number. It frustrated him, threw him off his game, right? Well coached.
Right. Go ahead, take this. Go ahead, G.
Well coached. So what does that mean? That means we gotta see another fight, bro. Like, because it didn't end the way. Yeah, it was controversy. Some people say it could have went either way. That's a draw.
It could have.
That's a draw. I wouldn't be surprised if it be somewhere else, like in Las Vegas.
I think they should
Raiders Stadium.
I said that because we talked about that yesterday.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah. I mean, but I think people would pay just based off of what I'm hearing, man. Like, people say it was a good fight. I look at it and I see certain things that I'm like, oh man, that could have just been coaching, preparation, and just lack of focus. Could have been that, like not really preparing for Roach. When I never seen Shorty do that before, man. He's almost always prepared. Always prepared. So like I said, hats off to Lamont Roach, man. Like, he really did his thing, and it probably, if they would have scored it right, he would have won. Because if that was a knot, he popped his ass and he took a knee and said he had something in his eye. There's controversy there. So now people definitely going to want to see that game on probably that fight again on probably a bigger stage. This is the first time this ever happened to Shorty.
Fair enough. I'll tell you what, though, if they have that rematch, man, I see you like a nation. Hang on. If they have that rematch, Roach better, man, he better be out here training like Rocky, like Mr. T, like Apollo, all of them all in one, because Tank is going to come to try and take his head off. So he better. Definitely
money. This is definitely going to be worth, the juice definitely going to be worth the squeeze when it comes from a financial game. $80. People was paying $80 for that fight last night. And that was like the second most gross that Barclays is seen next to the Rolling Stones. So yeah, put it in a bigger venue, you're gonna have more people. It was pretty much sold out.
No doubt. Laker Nation, what you got, man?
Man, what's up? Yeah, yeah, I want to talk about this. This is almost like the Bron fan syndrome again. It's like his Tank fans in denial. Man,
denial of what?
I don't care what y'all say. Y'all can say this till you're blue in the face. But your title's on the line. You do not come into a title defense unfocused. I'm sorry. I don't believe that's even possible. And that don't make any sense to me. Man, look.
Well, if that don't make sense to you, then when Mike Tyson was fighting Buster Douglas and Evander Holyfield, they were saying he wasn't focused. He was getting coked up and partying and shit. He didn't even train for that fight. So the lack of focus can be common in that arena.
We're not talking about Tyson. We're talking about Tank. That's totally two different situations.
Well, what you said that the fact that your title's on the line, that you could not be focused. And I'm telling you, this is an example of somebody who's not focused. Let's go, Shorty. Let's go.
That was two different situations. Tyson lost his training. He was going through other bullshit that was going through, and the fight was out of the country. That was two totally different situations. Tank had no excuse to not be focused on this fight, dog. Come on now. Let's be real.
Tank didn't lose, bro. It was a draw.
number one, you gotta. I'm not saying you don't understand boxing, G, but I think a lot of people don't. I think a lot of people that are commenting don't. Like, you got two counter punches in there in the ring, and Roach does respect his power, so he's not gonna push the issue because he knows if I push the issue, he catch me once.
I'm laid out. Yeah,
night for me.
Yeah,
and that's why he did not win.
So, like, this dude got the reach advantage on me, and he's a legit counter puncher too. I don't want to get caught either. But Tank was looking for an opening like he always do. And Roach wasn't pressuring in. So when he came to sixth round, you heard his counter come like, hey, okay, go for it. And when he did, he got rocked with an overhead right counter. Am I lying? When Tank decided to push the issue, he got rocked with a counter overhead right. Am I lying?
Oh yeah, yep. No, you got it. Spot on. They both got hit.
Yeah, he was getting hit too, but
they both was getting rocked.
But I saw when Tank was pushing the issue, when he seen that Roach wasn't backing down or he wasn't, and he even tried to get in his head with trash talk, throw him out of his game in the seventh and eighth round. When he saw all that wasn't working, ninth round, I saw all the confidence in Tank's eyes gone.
No, he was trying to. So when he started talking trash, that was so he would fight because he was just sitting there with his guard up, looking for openings too. So he talked shit, and then that's when they started fighting. In the fourth round, though, like the first 3 rounds was just nothing. It was air burger. My thing is you can look at it both ways, right? You can say I'm trying to get his belt, right? And so I'm gonna come out and play and be aggressive. I don't think he did enough to win either, bro. I don't think Roach did enough to win either. I just didn't see it.
I thought he could have won close, but I'm cool with a draw.
You can't win close. In that stage, you can't win close. You just can't win close.
Now, when you're trying to take a title, you gotta undeniably beat the champion.
Yeah, you can't do it close. They'll never give it.
If you go to the scorecard, 9 times out of 10, the champion's gonna retain every single time.
Yep.
Like that. That's like he had to literally, undeniably, undisputedly beat Tank, and I don't think he did that. Like, he rocked Tank with a few good shots and all that, but he didn't undeniably beat him last night.
Yeah, he didn't do enough.
So he didn't do enough to take his title, but Tank didn't win the fight either. So I think the draw was the most logical call.
Yeah, definitely a battle of 2 lead babies.
Definitely. I think Roach deserves a rematch. I don't know when.
But
if or when he'll give it to him. But I think Roach deserves a rematch. But what do you think, G, that people are saying now that Roach done wrote the blueprint on how to beat Tank, even though he didn't beat Tank?
That's stupid.
So what do you feel about that?
I think it's too early to say that.
Absolutely.
I mean, there's still several fights left in his deal. And from I was talking to Bruce about this. He was having a problem getting people to actually accept the fight. And so he called Shakur. He was busy with this plumber that he just fought. He called around several dudes, and they was either busy or not available. Roach took the fight. And so I think he's like looking like, oh yeah, I still have, 4 more fights in his contract. He still got 4 more fights in that Amazon contract. So I don't know, man. Like the sheet and the lack of availability, like he's in all these fighters' ears. I know Bruce don't want to hear that, but he's in all these fighters' ears saying, I can get you more money. Don't fight this guy.
Don't fight this guy.
Yeah, there's a lot of politics that go into boxing. Yeah, we all know that. A lot of politics that go into boxing. A lot of politics.
So okay, so let me jump in here real quick. What Turkey Al-Sheikh is trying to do is actually get the politics out of boxing and get the fights made. Because if you notice, what he's getting more big fights and he's getting them made faster. He's getting them made on time than we've seen in many recent years. Like if you just go back and look at that, you'll see. But yeah, go ahead, Nick Nation.
No. If we want to we want to see the big fights. That's what for a while has killed boxing, because the fights we want to see, we never see them.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what's killing the sport. That's why most people that like combat sports are watching UFC. So at least they get to see the fights they want to see.
Exactly.
I mean, the heavyweight been trash, man. And a lot of people look at the heavyweight like lightweight has always been live, man, and lit. Like, but that heavyweight has always been trash for years. And now, like, you can't give Turkey Al-Sheikh that. Oh yeah, you know these fights, these fighters are high because of the Mayweather era. You can't do that. You can't. It's just a lack of heavyweights and a lack of good heavyweights. Going back to like Lennox Lewis. You'll have one person that had a belt for 10 years, nobody want to fight him. Then you get Tyson Fury, not Tyson Fury. Yeah, Tyson Fury beating the crap out of everybody. The Klitschko brothers beating the crap out of everybody. It just wasn't nothing. It just wasn't worth watching. There was no real good fights. It just wasn't no real good fights in the heavyweight.
The one that Wilder got screwed on.
Wilder was getting beat, man.
He didn't like a drum.
Not that first Wilder fight. I think
he was getting
Fury had lost that one, but
no.
But it is what it is. The results are in. It's in the past. I think Wilder, clearly had that man on the rope.
Yeah, man, you're gonna see multiple Tank. You're gonna see multiple fights with Tank Davis. I wonder if he's gonna get is Shakur going, or is it gonna be Keyshawn Davis that end up fighting him? I wonder who's gonna be the next.
That's what I think. Tank is looking for one of those guys first. Yeah, go ahead, man.
Bruce, the ref in the first fight admitted to that he purposely did a slow count in that first Fury Wilder fight.
Did he? Send me that.
Yeah.
Send me that when you get a chance. I didn't hear anything about that. Not saying it didn't happen. I didn't. Yeah, send me that.
Yeah, he went on somebody's podcast and said that. But let's get back. What was it? Man, I lost my train of thought. Oh. What I was saying, as I understand, as fans, you want to see more action, but you got two counter fighters in there. That was a fight I kind of expected. Like, you got two counter defense-minded fighters. They're going to be hesitant to be the first one to push the issue.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Tank, like around the sixth round, after all that dancing around bullshit at the beginning of the fight, you heard him. If you watch the fight, I think Tank got it the whole fight posted on his YouTube page. If anybody that want to watch the fight again, he heard him say this. He said, "Yeah, I'm about to go push the issue. I'm gonna try to knock his ass out."
Mm-hmm.
That's what he said, and he tried. And he had and Roach did a very good job of standing his ground and counter punching him.
Yeah, he was 25-1 going into that fight.
And he had the war wounds on his face. So people that think he didn't have no bruises, you need to watch the fight again. Yeah, bruises on the both. He had. It wasn't huge, but he had swelling on both eyes. He had a gash on his forehead from the first overhand right counter, and his face was crimson red. You can go back and watch.
I didn't see. I seen a tattoo on his face. I didn't see that.
No, he had a gash on his forehead. Now go rewatch it.
All right, no doubt. Yeah. But we gonna let you go, man. I gotta get Bruce in. He's trying to get in. But thank you for the call, Laker Nation. I appreciate you, man.
See what I say, G? He does this every single time I call. He don't do that. He don't do this to nobody.
That's not true. That's a damn lie.
Watch the end of Bruce's call. He ain't gonna tell him, "Oh, okay, thank you, brother, for calling in. It was a good chat." I don't think Bruce want me to call in anymore.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, it was good conversating with you, bro, on this fine Sunday afternoon. I get where you was coming from when you said, it was a good fight. Just listening to you, I was able to look at it and be like, oh, all right, you know what? 25-1, Shorty's pretty much that's a good draw. But I still believe that Tank wasn't as prepared as Roach was.
But we'll see if they fight again, because We'll
I
see.
think it'll happen on a bigger venue. This was probably like a test fight to see if they could really bring in that draw. I think this was, and they brought it in. Like, I mean, we just talked about it. I didn't look at the pay-per-view sales. I didn't look at that. I just looked at if they was
I don't think
capable
they've been released yet.
of packing the
I mean,
packing that arena and pretty much, of course, Tank almost always do that, but he's fought at the Barclays multiple times. I think this is the first time they sold it out. That's all I got, bro.
All right. Thanks for the
All right,
call,
thank
brother.
you, guys.
Appreciate you.
all right, Brucey.
No doubt. Bruce, go ahead and give us a call, man. We're waiting to hear from you, and then we'll wrap.
Yeah, man.
Waiting on you, Bruce. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll probably end up. I might watch the other fight, the Russell fight, because I was just like 1,000 punches, bro. Like,
yeah, I need to watch that. I need to rewatch that as well.
yeah, that was.
Hey, am I clear, yo?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it sounds a
sure.
little better. Let's see what we got.
I ain't gonna let me be brutally honest about this. Even though I believe Tank wasn't, the corner just was in fucking shambles. But for real though, it was some real shit. As a man, being a guy that watch boxing, I love boxing. Tank got his ass whooped last night, man.
Nah, he ain't get whipped, bro. He ain't get whipped.
He didn't get whipped, but he got. Like he didn't get whipped. It was a good call. It was a draw, but Lamont had the more impactful punches. Like,
That's what I thought.
look, shout out to Lamont. Listen, I'm being real, man. Even though Tank wasn't 100% focused, because he usually went in the middle rounds, between 7 and 9 rounds, he usually let the fight come to him, but he presses sometimes, most times when he have a guy hurt. But shout out to Lamont. I believe he showed a lot of heart. And he's good as everybody thought. People calling him bums because
Man, you going in and out, man.
Huh?
You going in and out.
You hear me now?
Yeah,
He's good.
yeah,
He's really good. He's better than what people think he is. It was a great fight in the corner. The Lamont Roach corner was way better than Tank's corner. And it just, man, look, I don't know, man. There was too many people in his ear in the corner, man. And it was 3 people in Tank's ear in that corner. But hey, all great, stumble.
Exactly.
Then it is all about how you should be bounced back. Hey,
Correct.
Sugar Ray Robinson lost the fight and won 50 in a row.
There you
after
go.
That.
There you go.
So, like, Muhammad Ali lost to Joe Frazier. I mean, it happens. Man. Like,
Exactly.
it's not a bad thing. Actually, it could be a great thing for the rematch. I think it would be a great rematch.
Yeah, I agree. And I would pick Tank in the rematch too.
It's more suspense. It's more suspense now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Tank is vulnerable. Tank had a hard time. It's the suspense now for the second fight is bigger than the first fight.
Yeah.
So it'd be a great thing. So
yeah.
This time, I guarantee when Tank come back for the second fight, you're gonna be way more focused, way more patient in the middle round. And you're gonna see a different Tank in a second fight.
Well, I would say that if I'm Roach in a rematch, I gotta come with some serious wrinkles to throw in there to totally surprise him, because that everything you did, he's prepared for that, and he's gonna have an answer. That's one thing we know about Tank, right? So in a rematch, you have to train the whole time on bringing out things that he hasn't seen you do before, and you have to have maybe 3 or 4 of those things, and you bring them out across the duration of the fight, right? Because let's say you do some new combination in the second round. Okay, he might get caught by it, but you're not going to catch him again, because if you try to do it again, good night, right? He's going to put you to sleep. We always talk about this. So now, maybe later in the 5th round, okay, now you got to come out with something else. You have to constantly be giving him things to react and respond and adjust to, because if it's things that he knows and he's prepared for, there's nothing you can do. It's inevitable. So he has to be very prepared with some new wrinkles to throw at Tank. Go ahead, G.
I think he should probably. I think
Hold on,
when it comes to the game plan, right? Like I think he should box more and not just wait to set up for that one punch. Like I really think he should box more, and I think that's one big problem with Tank. They always put him in those debatable situations at the end of the fight. He just always ended. I think he should to get more points. You know what I'm saying? In those earlier rounds. Sometimes we see
I see what you're saying.
he dropped those rounds early on, and then now he's like rushing for that one punch. I don't think Roach is one of those guys that you can drop rounds early on and think you're just gonna knock him out. And I think he showed that. That's
I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
that's exactly what happened. In that fight last night, I wanted to see the massive skills more instead of trying to go for the one hit quitter, because you clearly see the guy. They have a game plan or stop with a big punch because he won't get hit with no big punches.
no,
But I'm just box with a decision. You know. Well, let me say this before I get off. I think this is my theory. You know, they real good friends. In the face off the day before yesterday, they was whispering in each other's ear. I think this is kind of a.
Don't do that.
How can I say this? He ain't take it easy on him. I just think it was a money thing. I truly think that Tank is just looking out for his friend, yo. Even though the fight was serious, you don't think so?
No.
I'm telling you.
That's what that fight definitely did was. I think it elevated Lamont Roach over Shakur.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
It elevated him over Haney. It elevated him over almost everybody that Tank has fought so far. So yeah, I really think that his stock has rose since that fight last night.
I think Haney's a non-issue anyway because Haney, Haney fought Ryan Garcia at 147. He's not coming down 135 to fight Tank, or even 140. Like, why would you do that? Skip that.
When I look at, go ahead, Bruce.
This is not the.
Man, we can't hear anything, man. Try again. We can't hear you. Breaking up badly.
I said, Tank, this is not the first time Tank been in trouble in the fight. Santa Cruz had him in trouble a little bit. Barrios had him in trouble a little bit. You know, because he was starting off slow. Who else had him in trouble?
He destroyed Santa Cruz. Oh, my gosh. Oof.
That uppercut. But still, before that happened,
that's true.
Santa Cruz basically winning the fight.
Mm-hmm.
Barrios had him in trouble. Pitbull had him in trouble because he was fighting with one hand with Pitbull.
Mm-hmm.
So Tank Cynthia and in the ring. This is the first time he was close in losing. But this last night, there's too many nuances, and it just wasn't 100% focused, yo. He just wasn't talking in the crowd, looking in the crowd. Listen, in the corner was a goddamn shit show. You got three people in your corner saying three different goddamn things. Hey, listen, that guy Barry Hunter, whatever he's did, go back to Calvin Ford. Whatever differences you and Calvin Ford had before this fight, you know Calvin Ford didn't train him for this fight. You know that.
No, he didn't. He got the new guy. No, he had some new guy.
Yeah, right. And it showed. Go back to home base. We ain't got no time for no more slip-ups. Look, you got to draw. Okay, cool. Draw is basically a loss in my eyes, but you got to draw. You know, it could have went either way, but, you know, I just don't know, man. Hey, shout out to Lamont Roach. He executed his game plan, and he got it done, but at the same time, I don't think Tank was 100% focused, and he got a little impatient in the middle round. Period.
Well,
and
I guess two things can be true.
Yes, and Lamont Roach is not a big puncher, so he was hitting Tank with clean shots, but he wasn't. He stunned him, but he wasn't hurt. He wasn't hurtful shots. Before I got to from the big conspiracy of all, why did he take that knee? What was that? Like, see, that's why I think the fight was kind of fixed. Why would you just take the stuff? Come on now, bro. Like, what was that? That's what I knew that's what I knew that the fix was in. The bullshit was in. That's what I knew.
Some bullshit going on, bro. Yeah, it was some bullshit going on, man. Yeah, it was too much
going on. Like, come on now. Talk about something in your eye. Like, that's when the fix was goddamn in, Brucey.
Somebody said it was a punch in the crowd. It was somebody in the chat was like, "Oh yeah, there's a damn fist in your eye." That's what was.
He didn't even hit the guy, and he went there. I don't know. Was Tank a little? Did he curve him out? Was he? he took his heart. I don't think he took
2-fight deal, shorty. I think it was a 2-fight deal.
Yeah, I think that's exactly. Thank you, boy. That's all it was. The fix was in. The fix is most definitely in. But Bruce ain't trying to hear that. Hey, Bruce, I appreciate you having a slow show last night.
No doubt, man. It was fun.
For the game one day soon. And yeah, man, I'm ready to watch this 1:00 game. See what's up with these. Who played this? Who played 1:00?
Who's on at 1:00?
Was it Denver and Golden State? Somebody played.
Nah, that can't be a West Coast game at 1:00. That can't be. That's like 10:00 in the morning for them.
Hey, somebody played one on ABC.
Boston Nuggets. Steve said Boston and the Nuggets.
Is that what it is?
Nuggets. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Boston Nuggets. And then you got Portland and Cleveland at 3, and Chicago, Indiana at 5.
Yeah,
Celtics and the Nuggets. All right, I'll watch that.
Now this team is I go watch this game.
It's a lot of basketball.
Go. Here's another nationally televised game. Here's an opportunity to see what Tatum's doing.
There's a lot of basketball. Hey man, I went to that CI AA yesterday, man. That was pretty good. Went to the championship game. Yeah, it was pretty good, man. Huh?
Yeah, man, I was pissed last night, man. I go sleep at 5:00 in the goddamn morning. I was so goddamn pissed last night.
Man, you be all right,
Bruce,
man. We'll talk, though.
Right. Thanks for letting me call in, bro.
No doubt, man. You have a great one.
All
right, y'all. We're going to leave it right there. G, do you have anything on the way out, man?
No, man, I'm good.
All right. Well, let's call it a day. Hey, everybody who tuned in, thank you so much for that. Appreciate it. If you haven't already, you know the drill. Hit the like and subscribe on the way out. Go and enjoy your. I guess it's almost spring, right? Your spring. I feel like spring here, but go and enjoy your Sunday afternoon. What's it like up there, man?
28 degrees.
Oh, yeah, that's not spring. It's 64. It's 64 outside.
Yeah, 28 degrees, 64.
Yeah, that's kind of chilly, man. But yeah, thanks everybody for tuning in. I appreciate it. Y'all have a great day. We will see you on Wednesday. Yeah, or maybe before. Y'all have a great one. Pittsburgh Gold Walls. We out, man. Peace.